Testing, testing. Hello. Is this thing on? Tap, tap, tap. Should we try again? Should we should we do a take two? Test failed. Yeah, well, at least I'm seeing me now. I'm seeing the bar going up and down on the audio mixer. So, hi, Theodore. How you doing? So, last week I updated to Windows 11. Windows 11, yeah. I decided that I'd leave my PC running overnight. Just leave it unattended. Just let it get on with the thing because I'd read it can take like up to an hour, and I didn't want to really sit watching it. So I left it running and it updated. I know, Dukesoft. I held off as long as I could, and then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do it because I can like drag my heels for 12 months anyway and try and get the extended software updates that ES use. And I thought, do you know what? If anything's going to break, let's just break it now and then we can get it fixed and then we can move on with our lives. So here we are. What I mistake Windows 11 brings horrors. Do you know what? As somebody that's upgraded lots of different versions of Windows, I can tell you a horror story or two. However, up until today, things were going quite well. Yeah, my applications run, no compatibility issues, no data loss as far as I can tell so far. Nothing bad happened. It was just an acorn. It wasn't actually sky falling in to any other chicken littles out there. I've been running 11 since it came out. There we go. You've had it for a while then, Theodore. My PC isn't able to run Win 11, luckily. Well, luckily or unluckily, because I used to think, I'm one of those lucky people that Windows 11 can actually run on my PC. And I thought, yeah, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hit the pause button. So I waited and I waited. And then I waited a bit longer. And then eventually, can you hear that Discord sound? I'll tell you why in a minute, but can you hear that Discord sound? So in Windows 10, I could just go down to the taskbar and I could right click on the speaker and I could open volume mixer and, oh, there it is. Of course it's there now. I'm about to say it's not. Anyway. So I finally decided to do it and update it and just get it done. And just a heads up, if anybody else is thinking of doing it, it apparently clears out your audio settings in OBS. Yep. I've updated StreamerBot a bunch of times. I've updated OBS a bunch of times. Nothing's ever happened to clear out my audio settings in OBS, but apparently the upgrade to Windows 11 does. So who knew? Put that on your list if you're about to upgrade. So that was why you couldn't hear me, because OBS didn't know what mic I was using. When I went into the audio settings, it was like, you can set a mic if you want. There's nothing set up in here, but, you know, be my guest. There's the drop down. So I was their guest and I did it. And yeah, that was that. I usually try and hide my shirt a bit before the prediction because, you know, I don't want to give it away, but I only have one yellow shirt. So I think regulars already know what it is. Bardi, don't squash me this early. Thank you for losing that particular redemption in particular. How are you doing, Bardi? Good to see you. So yeah, without further ado, because nobody likes ado, we can close out the prediction. All right, bless you, Bardi. It's okay, no need to be sorry. So not Mario, not something else today. It was in fact PlayStation. So when I choose the outcome, apologies to those that that lost points today. But yeah, as we can see quite clearly, it is a PlayStation shirt today. Now, you know what the colour yellow goes really well with? It goes really well, as do a lot of colours, with black. And I had a couple of Goodwill wins at the weekend. I know usually Ice Bear likes those stories, and I know that Smikes likes to hear about the bargains I snagged. So Yeah, here we are. I'm so bad at the guessing game. I hate the color yellow, I fear. There might be a name for that. You know, there's a name for a fear of open spaces, all kinds of different fears. I wonder if there is a fear of the color yellow name. Doing all right, all things considered. How are you? You know what, buddy? All things considered, I'm doing all right as well. What I will say is that I'm glad I'm now starting half an hour later with my new schedule, because yeah, I was in headless chicken mode this morning. It's too happy. Yellow Fearer. It's too happy. Ella, how are you doing? Happy Monday morning to you. I hope you're having a good one so far. I have my Irish John Games coffee cup at the ready with a steaming hot cup, so we're good to go. Yes. So let me make sure I run through my list, and we'll run through it in turn, and that way I'll make sure I cover everything. So Dukasoft, the calendar Dukasoft. While you were on vacation, while you were wearing your mankini and sunbathing, while the rest of us were, struggling away at life really, we had some issues. Bardak is determined to get me this morning. But not yet. 0 for 2. Ha ha ha. It looks fine to you. I do want coffee. I was stabbed 4 times this morning, wasn't allowed coffee, and groceries are a scam. But all the bad stuff is over, and now it's going to be a great rest of the day. I hope you were sewing or something, and you weren't actually stabbed, Ella, because that seems probably like something we shouldn't joke about. But yeah, good. It's all over now. Groceries are a scam. Groceries, I feel like groceries, they take the price of them and they just double them every year. It's like, oh, Happy New Year! Quick, press the ×2 button on the prices. Yeah. Were you allowed tea? Tea is good. Yeah, I like me some tea. Excuse me, what was Duka wearing, and how did you know that? I know that Dukasoft was wearing a mankini because I bought it for him from his throne list. There you go. And I would just assume, since he was on vacay for a few days, that he would be wearing it. There's nothing nefarious about it. It's not like I've been spying on him or have some drone, for example, flying overhead filming him sunbathing. So yeah. You hush. You are too amazing and beautiful. It was for fasting labs, so I could have water. Oh, okay. We're talking about blood draws. We're talking about labs, blood work, if you will. Yeah. Well, I hope everything turns out okay and gives you the results that you need, Ella. You look well rested after your non-TwitchCon week. I'll tell you what, Steve, you'd be surprised. It is actually very tiring not going to TwitchCon. I mean, people go to TwitchCon and they're like, oh, like Berlin. Oh, I was on, at least one panel every day for 3 days, and, meet and greets. And, the funny thing for me was that Berlin was surprised that he got spotted out in the wild, and that people were coming up to him and going, hey, you're Science Street. And he's like, wait, what? That was comical. Come on, what? How are you? Welcome in. Yeah, so I think not going to TwitchCon and actually having the FOMO and, watching as much as you can on all the Twitch channels when the panels are on and stuff, very exhausting. I don't think I'm going to do it next year. I think it's going to take less energy to actually go to TwitchCon, so I might just do that next year. And as you can see, for those that weren't in the last stream, we have a new widget, and I'm well on the way. Look, I have a princely $10, which will put some gas in my car to get to the airport for TwitchCon. So it's baby steps, right? Okay, so there it is. The routine yearly stuff should be good. Okay, Ella, good. Are you telling me that people have not recognised you out in the wild yet? But you know why, buddy? I've got a trick how to not be recognised, and it's not fake glasses, moustache, and big nose. I mean, I kind of have those anyway, but it is don't go out. See, Barty has the same tip for people. Yeah. Wait, what? Sadly, Theodore doesn't like happiness and shenanigans. So when anything good happens, Theodore comes in and just disconnects the stream. So there we are. But second favourite, thank you so much. Baby steps out the door, baby steps into the elevator. Yeah. Have you seen second favourite stream? Second favourite has a fantastic stream. In fact, I think second favourite is actually selling it short, to be fair. Just get rid of the... Oh, this is driving me... There we go, okay. Yeah, if you haven't seen second favourite stream, and that is way too generous, I don't know if you accidentally put an extra 0 on the end of your bits there, second favourite, but let's get an early shout out for second favourite.
I guess this was kind of
I thought we'd be seeing some of the Blender stuff.
Sure, I had some good plays. We all do. We all have good plays from time to time.
We all do.
But it's never going to last forever. The high you're living, when you're at the top of your game, specifically Rocket League, that high is a high that's unsustainable.
It is. I mean, even if you win the lottery, you know, it's not a bottomless pit. Your money will run out eventually. So, yeah, wise words there from the wise streamer, second favourite, who actually probably creates better things in Blender in his sleep than I do in my waking hours. I'm just going to put that out there. What an impression. That was me talking about Rocket League for the record. Oh, Rocket League. And we know who our favourite Rocket League streamer is. It's Ninja Gloppy. We haven't seen Ninja yet. Maybe we'll see him shortly. Jenny, how are you? Jenny is one of our newest. I can't say cult member, can I? Because that's we shouldn't joke about stuff like that. Our newest member to welcome into the fold. Yeah. So Junicorn Jenny actually raided into Manisha Game Dev. And I always like to look at raiders and look at their stuff. And I saw that Jenny was a Unity dev. And Unity devs are an insta follow for me. So, yeah. Yeah, I was right on that. So, yeah, drop Junicorn Jenny a follow. Do you know what? I'm just going to do all the shout outs today. Let's celebrate Monday, mix it up Monday when we don't really know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. Even a Nerdwino, a former NASA scientist, could show up. Besto friendo of the channel. Who knows? Oh, is this the one it's Be Right Back and you think, oh, it's just a Be Right Back clip. But it's not. Keep watching. Keep watching. Get ready for it. I love you! Now that looked like Robin Williams. And I heard Robin Williams last night. I watched Fern Gully, if anybody's seen that animated movie of yesteryear. Yeah, I didn't realise that Robin Williams was a voice in that. I'm sure he did probably a lot more voiceovers than I realised. But also, he does have a very... That's very echoey. Does anyone else get the echo on that? I also got the echo on what's his face on Morgan Freeman when he did the thing. when he did the viewer discretion screen. I felt there was echo on that, but it could just be me. Okay. Blah blah blah. Why did the dinosaur cross the road? Chickens didn't exist yet. Okay. That seems more factual than a joke, maybe. I like how we skipped Thanksgiving as a holiday. Who skipped Thanksgiving? Well, we're just talking about my countdowns. I have a countdown to Christmas, which was I did originally, and then because Tatum said he loves Halloween so much, Tatum 44, we actually did a Halloween one. But no, we're not doing a countdown to Thanksgiving. I said enough's enough. Slow your roll. And also, we have people from other countries that either don't celebrate Thanksgiving or
celebrate it on a different day. So, like the Canadians that just had theirs, for example. And now I'm being squished. Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
All right. I get very claustrophobic when I got squished down to that size. Ooh, okay. Where are we at with chat? Oh no, I don't like that countdown. Which one? You don't like the Halloween? Is it because the scream at the end, Ella? Or is it you just not a big fan of Halloween in general? The Batty Rap is my pump-up jam. Oh, see, Jenny knows. Jenny knows about Fern Gully. Yeah. 4 free. Yep. Assets for free. Oh my, Fern Gully. I saw that in theaters. Yeah, I don't remember what year it was now, but it's one of those films that I thought I'd seen, but I've only seen clips of before. So, yeah, actually got to watch the whole thing last night. I mean, some of the animation on that, I'm guessing that particular film in particular is all hand-drawn animation as opposed to all the PC-generated stuff these days, and it's very impressive. Yeah. Anyway, continuing our shout-outs, let's drop a big one on Nerdwino.
A real human being could see from one wall.
This is one of my favorite clips. Get ready, listen to the words.
Bottles of piss anywhere, actually. Oh, that's just for sale. That's just for sale.
Amazon fired 150 people in January, 2% of its workforce, to cut down on costs. Last year, a few employees complained publicly in a Washington Post article about what they said is excessive.
Oh my goodness. Funny stuff. So, yeah, former NASA scientist. Get over there and get your spacey fix. Watch launches, does astrophotography of the day. It's all good stuff over there. I graduate the first week of December. I especially don't like that countdown. Oh, okay. All right. I get that. That makes sense. Not hearing any echo. All right. I mean, if it's just for me, then that's fine. It probably just needs me to change the audio mixer. And it's probably just another result of the lovely Windows update to 11 that I did. Don't judge me. I used to want to live forever, then I lived another 20 years, and that cured that. Yeah. Yep, I hear you. Come on, what? We all kind of did. Anyways, no one remembers Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. People don't all celebrate Christmas on the same day either, by the way, or Halloween. I'm pretty sure... I mean, I don't like speaking in absolutes, but what other days do people celebrate Christmas? Christmas Day, maybe? I think that might be where the name comes from. Or Halloween. Yeah, I'll be curious if you could post a couple of sources into chat. That'd be great, Theodore, because if that's the case, that some people don't celebrate Christmas on Christmas, and I'm assuming you don't mean that some people don't celebrate Christmas, but you mean they celebrate it different times, other than, if there's some kind of scheduling conflict between families. So, the Christmas one, it causes panic. Uh-oh. Yeah. Have you bought all your presents in time? Why do people go broke for Christmas and then spend the next 12 months paying off hopefully not the credit cards that they put it all on? 1992. Oh, that's when it came out. Okay. You were 9 in 92. Yeah, I was probably about that too. I think Nerdwino also. I think me and Nerdwino were both about 9 in 92 or something. Oh, we got Christmas songs, Dukesoft. Are you declaring Christmas already? Come back from your summer vacay and that's it. It's Christmas. Thank you for dropping a big one on me. I was thinking, Nerdwino, it might be that clip where you go, it's a big one, but clips don't want to play with me today, you know. I can crack the jokes, but if they're not going to be my stooge, then I can't really do much about that. Yeah, hand-drawn wins every time, in my opinion. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I wish they did it more. I get that it's more time-consuming. It's probably more expensive, but I don't know. It just has a different look about it, doesn't it? And the next year, I took my friends to see the Super Mario Brothers movie for my birthday. That's another movie where I've seen clips. I don't think I've ever watched the whole thing. Dark Muppeteer is in the house. How you doing, Dark Muppeteer? Welcome on in. I'm going a bit crazy on shout-outs this morning, so if I shout you out and you haven't streamed in ages, or if I shout you out and you don't stream, just go with it. Just go, oh, thanks for the shout-out. Move on.
And there's also a snail that just climbed in here.
But we know that Berlin
Snail
streams
just appeared out of nowhere, y'all.
and science streams. He does 6 days a week.
Just appeared out of nowhere and decided
6
to check
days a
out
week.
our
Who does that?
pavilion. Hold on, let me take a lower res image, and then we'll go into the details of this goofy creature.
Is he talking about me again? I've told him not to call me a goofy creature, but yeah. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate it. First in chat today, as you can see at the bottom, was Tubby Crumbles, who assures us at some point before the end of time, he's going to come back and do some more streaming. But drop him a follow, and then you'll get the notification when he does. All right. Just saying. Okay. Where did I get to? Blee blah, blue blah. I like watching spacey bits with Nerdwino. I don't just love Nerdwino's bits. I love Nerdwino's shorts as well. Did you know he has some very fancy shorts? And by shorts, obviously, I'm talking about short form videos on YouTube. But he does have some nice Bermuda shorts as well. Just throwing that in there. Whoa. That's so loud. Thank you. Thank you, Dukesoft. That's great. Okay, woo! Okay, that's woken me up. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, Dukesoft. All right, let me try and catch up. Oh, I'm not judging you. I'm judging Windows 11, and I'm never going back to that. Back to 11. So did you upgrade to 11 and then you went back to 10? Because back to 11 would kind of be back to the future, wouldn't it? 24th over here. Yeah, I know that my German mother-in-law used to get all the family over on Christmas Eve, and kids used to be allowed to open one gift. I don't know if that was her thing or a German thing, but whoa, that is one long steampunk name right there. My family gets together often the first week of New Year because we're all over the country. Yeah, I guess with scheduling conflicts, that makes sense. It feels like Christmas now. Attack helicopter! Attack helicopter, welcome in to the, apparently, according to Dukesoft, the Christmas stream today. Yeah. And it's only October. Well, the shopping channel, QVC, has shopping in July. Christmas in July, sorry. Yeah. I don't like to rush these things, you know. I don't like the fact that the shops have already got Christmas stuff in when it's not stuffing Christmas stuff in, even though we haven't had Thanksgiving yet. I don't know why they skip like that. I guess all about making the mighty dollar, right? I will find some sources. I was not referring to people who don't celebrate Christmas at all. That's a whole other rabbit hole. Indeed it is. Yes. Whoa. Thank you for that Gigantify of Santa. Second favourite. That's great. Thank you for the Gigantify biddies. That's a huge mungus, you might say. Santa. I try to start shopping in June, but I sometimes misplace the things in safe places. That's it. It's like, quick, get this, and then like filter it away until the day. And then, you know, when you start doing the wrapping, it's like, We did buy that thing, right? Yeah. Where did we put it? Somewhere safe. Oh, okay. That's why we can't find it then. In 92. Yeah, 9 sounds right. Definitely not in my second year at Cambridge. Yeah. Went to Cambridge at 9. Sounds about right, Smart. See? No more questions. I rest my case. It's notoriously bad. I refuse to watch it again because I have positive memories of it. Oh, Super Mario Bros. Yeah. Maybe that's what stopped me watching it for a while. But I do like, is it Bob Hoskins played Mario? I do like Bob Hoskins' roles usually. Orthodox Christmas Day. Okay. I guess we're going to be on to Happy Festivus next, are we? What was that from Seinfeld? Okay. All the shouts. Planarian worm or some such. Yep. Berlin with all the planarians. I have a whole 23 followers. Not too bad for someone that has never streamed and has no plans to. I mean, I think really, on that note, it's only right and proper that we do a shout out for Ella, right? It seems like she was fishing for it there. So here we go. Yeah. No clips, but that's just because Ella has secret streams. Puts all his bits into his shorts. You know what? Second favourite. He could probably use that. We already have a shorts command on his stream that you can put in that gives a link to his YouTube shorts. So, yeah. Make note, Nerdwino. Puts all his bits into his shorts. I like that. I mean, I'm not talking about Nerdwino's lizard. I think we're getting a bit personal now. Finding a good source is like pulling teeth, but Orthodox Christmas is celebrated on the 7th of January, and it's very common outside the US. Sausage! I love that clip. LOL, I love your stream. So much going on in the best way. Thank you, Jenny. Somebody said something yesterday, and they didn't mean it offensively, but it did give me food for thought. And you know, it's a friend of the stream, so I didn't take it offensively. But they said, and I'm not going to name any names. They said, I think your stream is great because you ramble. Because I ramble. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's what makes your stream good. Wait, but it's. I don't think anywhere in my text. I don't think. That was quite a long one. Thank you, Dukasoft. Yeah, blurpy indeed. Second favorite is a standard storage 4 bits. Okay, yeah, I rolled back as quickly as I could. Yeah, what is a German thing? I wasn't sure if like opening one present on Christmas Eve before Christmas Day was a German thing. That was what I wasn't sure about. Guten Tag. Okay. All right. It's true. Many rabbits do not celebrate Christmas. No. Merry Christmas, everyone, even to those who don't celebrate and hate it. So, yeah, you hate Christmas? Second favourite is going to throw it in your face. Have a good time. Why don't you? Easter, however. Yeah, we tend to see rabbits quite often on Easter. Easter, that's the one with the penguins. Maybe in some countries. I don't know. Festivus for the rest of us. Exactly. Thank you. All right. Am I almost caught up with chat yet, or am I still like an hour away? I'll make it 24. Fave Lizard. Sausage. Doesn't everyone keep their bits in their shorts? Oh, matron. Not when I work from home. No. Smirking Squiggly. How you doing? Welcome in. I have chaotic chat. I love it, Loella. This is my comfort zone. I know who it was. Shh. No names, Harricat. How are you doing, Squiggly? Good to see you. Lizzo, Lizard, best backhanded compliment ever. That's what she said. Sorry, Bardi, once again, your elephant just runs off the screen. You're going to have to do better with that trunk of yours. Such a weirdo, but does that person know what your main project is? APOC, how are you doing? Well, Bardi, I'm not going to ask you because I don't want to start with the tough questions. It's just a thing, we did it. Only one gift. All gifts are to be opened. Okay. All right. I guess that was I see we're just blowing up all the redemptions today. Somebody clearly has some points to get through. Okay, I guess that was her attempt at trying to combine the two then. One gift on Christmas Eve and then the rest on Christmas Day. This is the norm in Germany, yes. Okay. Asking if you're already caught up with chat when you're not makes it hard to respond. Yeah, I guess TTS really is the only way, isn't it? If I need to be alerted to something. Oh, hello. Now I'm outlined. Then TTS possibly, potentially. Speaking of comfort zone, 42 years in retail made me dislike Christmas time. Now that I'm retired, I've started to enjoy it again. I'm glad you're getting back to liking it, Steve, because it comes around every year regardless, a bit like your birthday. So you can't really stop it. So, okay. I'm good, mostly lurking and coding, all that. What are you coding, Squiggly? We need the details. The devil's in the details and we love the devil. No. I need to look at, I think that, okay, I think that's going to fix the echo in my ears. Every time SpeakerBot does something like TTS, I get it echoed. So I think I've disabled it now. Oh, we redeemed at the same time. Yeah, and I think one should disable the other, so you shouldn't be able to redeem it like one after the other. But if you do them at the same time, I can't really do much about that. Ye be not caught up on chat, ye scurvy dog. It sounds just like Nerduino. If you heard him in real life, every day is Talk Like a Pirate Day for Nerduino. Fellow coder, yeah. Yeah, maybe Squiggly will let us know what they're working on. Not so we can judge, so we can be interested and find out about stuff. I'm working on a voice assistant to drive multiple task boards like Trello, Notion, and the like. That sounds interesting. Do you stream it, Squiggly, or you just do it offline? Oh, that coffee's a bit cold now. Ugh, let's not drink cold coffee today. Nerduino does talk like a pirate, especially when he is around Jern IRL. Yeah, you're probably not wrong, buddy. You know, you having experience of both of their companies when you had that, I don't know if threesome is the right word, when the three of you went out at one time. I have to know why my auto sensor thinks this is a problem. Auto sensor. I'm planning on streaming if I'll get over the mental hurdles. I think people that don't stream don't appreciate the mental hurdles. You know? I mean, for the longest time, I know people are probably bored of this story, but for the longest time I said I wasn't going to stream. I had a microphone, this Blue Yeti mic that you can't see, just here. And I did think about it. And I said, no, that's it. I'm actually not going to stream because these are the criteria you need to make affiliate. And if I can't make affiliate in quite short order, I didn't want to stream because when you make affiliate, I did have some fun stuff on stream, as Balint will tell you, before I became affiliate. But affiliate's really when you can crank it up and start adding some extra funsies. So I said that I wouldn't stream until I got 50 followers, and the community that I was already part of as a viewer rallied around, and I hold them solely responsible for getting me over that number of followers. So then I kind of had to be a man of my word and commit to it and say like, okay, all right, I'll do it. Calm down, slow your roll. It's okay. So then I spent the next few months researching, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, watching other streamers, trying to see what worked, what didn't, what might have worked for some people wouldn't necessarily work for my stream. And then I watch videos on how to set it up and all that good stuff. And yeah, the rest, as they say, is history. So here we are. I did consider very early on being a VTuber, but apparently now, and I don't like this word, apparently now having a webcam on makes me a flesh tuber. I mean, that just sounds like maybe a musical instrument that Hannibal Lecter might play. But yeah, it's actually not. There we are. So, yeah, I totally get the mental hurdles. I mean, I don't think, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure they ever completely go away. You tell me one streamer here who doesn't get a little bit nervous, possibly a little bit uncomfortable right before they hit that start streaming button. I haven't found them yet. Even big streamers, even ambassadors, they all have that because, you know, it's live. It's not a pre-record. It's not like making a video, cutting out all the bad stuff and then just posting it and everybody goes, wow, this person's really professional. Look how great that is. Yeah, it's live. What you see is what you get. Quite literally WYSIWYG. So, totally get that, Squiggly. Notion mentioned threesome is the perfect word. Aha, well, there was 4 of us. Nerdwino? Way to ruin the joke, Nerdwino. Thanks for that. Time out for Nerdwino. My husband walked into the room, listened to stream for a few minutes and said, I have no idea what is going on. Jenny, tell him to take a ticket. I have no idea what's going on most streams. Yeah. Thank you, Theodore. Theodore using all the steampunk stuff today. Oh, I stand corrected. Exciting. You know, that's what she said. Correct. There's no evidence of Dad Ducky. It has to be in my evenings, so I'll need the energy too. Yeah, also making the time. Yeah, when you have like full-time job, full-time family, yeah, it does make it challenging. Blame Berlin, yeah. So Nerdwino actually has merch that has the hashtag Blame Berlin on. Streaming to 0 is a thing, and it's a thing that a lot of people start with. Yeah, I mean, you could have a whole bunch of followers and say, I'm not going to stream until I've got a bunch of followers. Just because they follow doesn't mean they'll watch you. No. I have over 1,000 followers now. A couple of weeks ago, we had the 1,000 follower celebration stream. Yeah, and do we get hundreds of people out of those 1,000 show up and watch me? No. I mean, you can see the numbers. Don't tell me the numbers because I don't want to know. But, I mean, you know, the numbers are not going to make me partner anytime soon. So let's say that. But one of the things I read, and I think is good advice, is that firstly, turn off your view account so you can't see it in OBS, so you never know whether you're streaming to 0 or streaming to 50. Okay? And also, just talk like you are talking to 50. Or talk like, you know, your best friend showed up and you're just talking to them. You know, whatever's going to make you feel most comfortable. But I think you're not going to be streaming for very long. I think you're not going to be streaming for very long if you think that you're streaming to 0 or if you have the counter on and you're actually streaming to 0. What happened to Jenny? What is going on right now? Why is Stream Elements? Dukasoft, are you still there? Calling Dukasoft. Hello, Dukasoft. Jenny, what happened? Jenny, that is not a way to greet new people into the stream, is it? What did you... Jenny, you're on the naughty step. I don't know what you did, Jenny. I don't quite know what you did. Let me tell you how I know that you did something, though, shall I? 5 messages were deleted by a moderator. Stream Elements timed out Junicorn Jenny for 30 seconds. Reason? Channel spam police. Automated by Stream Elements. What happened? I am clueless. Jenny, being naughty, clearly enjoys her spot on the naughty step. I know the exact phrase that did it. Oh, it was a phrase. It wasn't that you just kept like putting messages in chat. Spy was involved. Oh, okay. I know where you are. Okay. Oddly, it was fine with Flesh too, but I have no idea what criteria Stream Elements uses. I think that's the first time in 4.5 years that Stream Elements has done that. So that's very odd. Stream Elements would go a bit bananas, but I'm sorry about that, Jenny. And followers, and someone will be in soon, likely. Yeah. I find it hilarious. I'm glad you find it hilarious because I don't like that. I don't like it when mods and auto mods and bots go a bit rogue, because it is hilarious. That's why Jenny finds it hilarious. Okay, well maybe I'll just chuckle and move on then. But yeah, I think you can go overboard a bit. And usually if there's any moderation settings, like the standard Twitch moderation settings, I crank them way down, because I feel like if there's something that happens in my chat, firstly, I like to know about it. And secondly, me or the mods would like to be in control of it, not some automated algorithm that goes, oh, now that's it. Now we're just going to time you out. Paxian, how you doing? Welcome on in. Happy Monday. You don't like it when Automod blocks my messages. I mean, you know, depends on the message, I guess. Yeah. So did I finally catch up, or did I skip to the part? No, I think I skipped. All right, let's scroll back a minute. All right. Where did we get to? It has to be in my evenings, so I need the energy too. Yep, streaming to zero is a thing. We did that. A lot of the Twitch community has been great in helping me too. Yeah. So, I mean, there are some great people out there, even people that don't know you, random strangers that will come up and say, oh, I used to have that issue, or I did that. People are quite happy to share their experiences, positive or negative. So what I'm hearing is get to 50 before I start. Well, Theodore, they keep moving the goalposts. The criteria for becoming affiliate has now changed. I don't know exactly what it's changed to, so you might want to look into it. I don't even know if it's 50 viewers anymore. They might have changed that. And here we are 11 years later. 11 years. Whoa. Where's the time gone, second favourite? A Flash tuber. No, not Flash. That is funny as ferret. Flash tuber sounds quite uncomfy. I mean, tuber, but also Flash. Yeah, I mean, like an animal yam, a yamimal. Yeah, there's a skeleton in there driving him. Yeah, skeleton tuber doesn't really sound great either, does it? I like seeing my name pop up. And that's what it's all about, Theodore. Yeah, it's about me showing off my technical prowess and you flexing with your username. Oh, go on.
No. Why? Bardak is determined to keep squashing me today. Please don't!
Oh, I nearly didn't go up then. I thought I was going to be squashed for the rest of the stream. Oh, okay. Someone at TwitchCon pointed out that a follower is just someone that likes something you were doing at a particular point in time. Yeah, I mean, that's one definition. I wouldn't say that's the only definition, because I think people follow even when they haven't seen your content. I think when they join streams for people they know and trust, and you say, hey, this person does this, go and follow them, I think some people just follow because as of late, I think most of the follows I get are not during a stream. They're outside of streaming, which is a bit, I don't know, it always strikes me as a bit odd. But yes, as Nerdwino humbly bragged there and pretended like he wasn't pointing out, Nerdwino is back from TwitchCon. Yeah! While we had all our celebratory shenanigans here for not being at TwitchCon, Nerdwino actually went to TwitchCon, did some streams from TwitchCon, and just had an all-round good time. Yeah. If you want to see the pictures of Nerdwino with famous streamers, including the one that I photoshopped myself into standing next to Nerdwino so it looked like I went to TwitchCon, then join Nerdwino's Discord. All right? Drop him a follow, watch his stream, and get over there. Okay. The number is ******. That's funny because that's what I see as well, buddy. It's weird. They're good numbers. Are they nice? No. No. If I had noise numbers, then I could apply for partner, but no, not at this point in time. Yes, they are not a disciple. No, they are a follower. Yes, just get used to talking. That's it, yeah. And I know some people say, oh, maybe stand in front of a mirror and just talk to the mirror and see, just so you get used to it. I didn't do that. I just turned the camera on and I was like, hello! Yeah. I mean, I think it helps if you've got an internal goofy goober that can come out sometimes while you're streaming. That is definitely a plus. Don't worry about being on the naughty step. We have cookies here. Ooh, I like cookies. All right, so I think I caught up with that bit, went past that bit because it is, blah, blah, blah. I went so crazy, I earned a 3-hour mute on Satolix's stream yesterday. I've never even seen anybody get muted or timed out or whatever on Satolix's stream. What did you do, Theodore? My chat window also reminds me that I was times out every time I want to chat. You're in the US, I think you can buy affiliate now. What? What? I've never seen anything that says you can buy affiliate. Skim, how you doing? What's getting devved today? Maybe something? Maybe nothing. Because it's Mix It Up Monday when we might not necessarily do game dev. But, don't tell anybody that the category says software and game dev. Because, arguably whatever we're doing falls under the software category, if not development. So we'll see. If I can't squish you with hugs, I'll squish you with elephants. Aww! I'm not crying, you're crying, buddy. Yes, I successfully drove to San Diego and back. Go me. Nerdwino, stop bragging that you're actually in driving distance of TwitchCon, whereas, I'm not. They haven't announced yet where TwitchCon is going to be next year, but my guess is going to be, my prediction, hang on. I'm seeing an S. I'm seeing beaches. I'm going to go with San Diego. Let's see if I'm right. Okay. I haven't talked to myself since before my meds. I'm not going down that rabbit hole. I don't want to get cancelled. Do you talk to yourself in a monologue in your head constantly? Become a streamer. There, see? Jenny's actually a marketing consultant. She'll come up with all the taglines for you. I made him angry. I earned it. I think my exact wording was, if you don't like it, mute me. That's a bit of a yikes. It's in San Diego for at least another 5 years. They have a contract. Nerdwino coming in, giving me all the good news. Nerdwino. Sydney. Hello, Sydney. That Ghostface. I'm glad it is Mix It Up Monday because clearly, apparently, Bardi wants to shut me up now, so I guess I'll be back in a Oh no, not buy it. I was wrong. Affiliate is 25 followers, 4-hour stream, 4 different days. Just check. Yeah, so I mean, still boxes to check. I don't think the boxes are quite as. I don't think the criteria is quite as high as it was, and yeah, I think if they start reducing the criteria for partner, that would be good, because that might help me on my push whenever that begins. Grapes and lizard. Actually, that's crazy. I got mine from US Twitch, but on Germany, where I am, 50 is the requirement. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a hot minute, as the cool kids say, since I since I got my affiliate status. So back from meeting, so can now wreak havoc again. Thank you, Dark Muppeteer. Always good to see you. Sausage. Okay. Or ham. Yeah, I don't have anything. Ham. I'm getting the echo again. It's set to monitor only. What is going on today? And what is going on with what happened? What? Okay, so that's what happens. That's what happens when your webcam falls down. Wait, that sounded a bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger there. What happened? Oh, it looks so nice outside. Do you know what? It is nice outside today. Yeah, it's one of the few days a year when it's actually nice outside in Texas and it doesn't melt your face off. $62 is nice. How are you doing, Yoga? Somebody else, fresh out of TwitchCon, also met up with famous streamers. Being a famous streamer herself, met up with other famous streamers like Nerdwino. I wasn't jealous at all. Not at all. Nope, not in the slightest little tiny incy wincy bit. Because do you know what? I'm hoping to go next year. Okay, and you know what's better than TwitchCon's 10th year? Is the 11th year. That's the year you want to go, really. Yeah. And as we can see here, look, I'm already $10 in. Hey, yeah, buddy. I got 12 months, so no rush. Okay. How you doing, Yoga? Welcome in. Are you back now, Yoga? Are you back on home turf, as they say? Sorry, Barducky. Bardy's loving this elephant today. It's just like trying to blow through all the points and have me squished for the whole stream. Yeah, that comes in tomorrow. Yeah, so it is quite nice out at the moment. Cutie Kitty, good to see you. Yeah, let me see what the high is supposed to be today. 77 and windy. That's quite nice. I'm okay with that. When it's 97 and not windy, it's not so great. Yeah. Not this time. Arnold, is he eating a sausage with beans? We do have a cooldown on Arnold, so that's likely why it didn't trigger again. I feel like I might need to add some other cooldowns or longer cooldowns. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how well behaved people are. Haha! I mean, I did get recognized once and it was weird. Tell us about it, Yoga. What happened? Where were you? Do you know the person that recognized you? And hopefully it went okay, because I'm seeing all the news stories about certain meet and greets that didn't quite go as planned. Certain criticisms of safety and security at the con. No, I'm still in the hotel. Ooh. Ooh, nice. Lady of Leisure, just kicking back in the hotel. Yeah, not jealous. Not jealous at all. Don't fly out until 10 p.m. All right. Yeah, I think Balint might be flying out today as well after his zoo visit. Is it Frozen Zoo today? I think, possibly. Anyway, I was doing some shout-outs and then it all kind of kicked off, didn't it? So let's get a shout-out for the Canadian supermodel that is Yoga Garrel.
That's what the poop chair is for too, right? In case I leak out my keister.
Anyway, who else can we shout out? Anybody else we haven't shouted out yet? Please, anybody, please. Let's clips go.
You get really when you're programming, and this is probably why I do it. You get a programmer's high, right? So anytime something really goes right, you're like, yeah. The rest of the time is Dark Souls. I think that's.
One or two clips. I'm just throwing them all in your face now. Oh my goodness. What am I going to do with you guys? If anybody hasn't been shouted and they want to shout, please tell me. Database.
Quack.
I mean, the plan really, come on, what, was to let me know if you wanted to shout out yourself, not to go shouting out other people.
That doesn't... You know, it totally isn't. It's boiling in there. Fuck.
Yeah, we disable clips from that weird guy, Dukasoft. We don't do shout outs for him. Okay, just putting that out there. Beans, Harrier Cat, how are you doing?
Multiplayer. Go up. Uh-huh. When was the last time you seen a split screen multiplayer co-op RTS game? It's not done, is it? It's not done. And why would it be done?
Sausage! Thanks for all the trolling, everybody, because it's really helping me set these cooldowns. So, how do we have no cooldown whatsoever on Sausage?
What a crazy world.
Alright, now we do. Okay.
Hey, Cody!
There's a cooldown on my Sausage now.
What's up, dude?
You brought it on yourselves. You brought it on yourselves. Sorry, not sorry. Don't make me put a cool. All right, you're gonna make me do it on the boo as well. Okay. Just remember, you brought this on yourselves, you naughty people.
Okay, this is Spit Cramey. Okay, Spit Cramey. Okay, thank you, Paypok, for finding a workaround for the cooldown on the boo command. You genius, you get out of here. Oh my goodness, that name is amazing. Spit Cramey. Yeah, maybe I should rebrand. Maybe I need to Does that work? I mean, it's capped at 500, so you can put any number in you like. It will stop it at 500. So, yeah. Alright. I understand why people come in here and don't know what I do. Don't know why it's clear that...
I don't know why it's not clear that I do game dev. Why do people not see that? Why does Jenny's husband walk through and go, I have no idea what's going on? It's weird. I don't get it. Anyway, we just trying to crash the stream now, are we? Not really, Dukasoft. I was only joking. See, I did have a user cooldown on Sausage, but I guess it needs to be a global cooldown, doesn't it? Because y'all are just blowing up my ears today. So, yeah. Do 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 do. I mean, boo and a who. All right, I think one more cooldown and I think we're good to go. That one there. Cooldowns. That one. Do 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 do. There's just way too many sound effects on this. I'm going to rebrand to BitGamey's soundboard. Do-do-do-do-do. I hope you're all getting your flu shots, because apparently there's a lot of sneezing out there. Just saying. Oh, Dukasoft. What? It's like someone put cooldowns in or something. Oh, man. You should try it. You should try spamming boo. There. Oh, wait, what? What? How you doing, JD? Welcome on in. Where did the pig crown come from? Porky appears when somebody puts anything in chat relating to pigs, bacon, pork, ham, that stuff. It was probably quieter at TwitchCon, to be fair, Yogurt. I mean, yeah. Yeah, snot, that one. Ninja Gloppy. We were talking about Ninja Gloppy. How you doing, Ninja? Welcome on in. It's true.
I'm gonna say take the boost, and then he died. We all died.
Even though we didn't see most of it, GG's APOC for winning spin class. So go follow Ninja Gloppy. Okay. Not just because I said so, but because he has some great streams. He does in fact play some fantastic Rocket League. Does mods for Rocket League as well. Has astral photography, all the stuffs. Hello, Steve. Oh, buddy. I missed a winning Sega. I am so sad. It's okay. It'll come back again, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. Why no TTS? I heard the TTS. Did you not hear the TTS? We did not hear it. All right, let me try again with a different TTSer. Well, I guess they're all on cooldown, are they? GLaDOS is on cooldown. We just tried to use the pirate. And what about Stanley? Stanley's also on cooldown. Well, see, the cooldowns broke the TTS. Better remove the cooldowns. Yeah, because chaos would definitely not ensue, even more so, would it, if I took off the cooldowns. So you're perfectly correct, buddy. So which TTS did we use first? So Pirate was last, then GLaDOS, so Stanley 3 minutes ago. Stanley's still on cooldown. How long do we have cooldown on the TTS then? TTS Pirate, Mans. Thank you, Dukasoft. All right, channel point rewards. Blah, 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 blah. Sort them by cost. No. There we go. TTS Pirate. Cooldown. 5 minutes. Okay. So where are we at with... What was the first one? Stanley, 4 minutes. Another minute, and then we can test it. See if it works. Okay. Yes, it is perfectly calm at the moment, so you can extrapolate from that without cooldowns, it would also be calm. I mean, streamer math, right? Ba-dum-ba-dum. All right, who didn't we shout out yet? We didn't shout out JD. Quick, before JD runs off. Quick, quick.
If you can find a replacement for me, I'm gonna raid out, and this has been a lot of fun.
What?
We'll play again.
You little sausage. Not talking about Not talking about JD, of course. I'm not
team.
casting any aspersions there. So you still need a dog barking sound. I do. Didn't you hear it? It's in stereo. It comes from the back of me. Almost like I have two dogs in the room with me. That's how realistic it is. Okay. Just want to put that out there. Oh, very nice today. Very nice. Very, very windy. Temporarily disbanded the mounting because it's not working properly. So, yeah. But no birds, no hummingbirds, no butterflies, and no bees. Maybe they're all blown away by the wind today. Possibly. Okay. Great timing. Great timing indeed, yeah. Master Pup just launched off his bed to look out the window for the barking pups. How's that going, Dama Patir? Is that going all right? Did you say it was a couple of weeks you were doing that for? I guess that's over halfway done, right? Did you hear that one, Buddy? Yeah, nothing, silence. Why? What are you doing to me, Windows 11? All right, OBS. Settings. Audio. Got the microphone set up again. Got Realtek set for the desktop audio. All right, so let's have a look. Where does SpeakerBot go to? Advanced audio properties. All right, I'm just going to switch scenes for a moment. It may go very black. I will be right back. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, wait, so you were trolling me. Good so far. Due for his checkup Wednesday. If all good, he'll be up for adoption. Excellent. Don't tell him. Okay. So, you know, we could have spent the next 10 minutes trying to fix something that's not broken. Broken. Thank you, Theodore. Thank you. Need to run the sausage tests. All right, I'm going to lurk. As much as it pains me to leave this amazing stream of confusing wonderment, no sarcasm. Why is everybody doing that? Somebody said, oh, I love your stream because there's rambling. I need to reevaluate, I think. And there needs to be less chaos, less confusion. Even on a Mix It Up Monday. Yeah. But anyway, thank you for stopping by, Jenny. And if you could apologise to your husband for all the confusion, I'm going to try and get a handle on it, so to speak. Yeah, that sounds balked. Thank you, Dukasoft. We've missed you, Dukasoft. Welcome back from your vacay, Dukasoft. Please don't get a handle on it. It's perfect how it is. It really isn't, Jenny, but thank you. Yeah, there's going to be some changes. Not going to lie. We need sausage, grape, and bean support. Yes. Yeah. You're too much. See, Paxian. Paxian's on my side. This is what my brain feels like constantly. Yeah, I mean, if anybody is kind of in here that's that's new, I can promise you it's not like this all the time. Really, it isn't. At least I got to experience the perfection once. Yes, and you know, Jenny, we'll always have the VOD. There is that. Yeah. Okay then. All right. So, we good? Wiguchi, could you do a global cooldown on all the sounds? Yes, I've done it on a lot of the sounds. It's not usually necessary. Some of them are user cooldowns, just so that one person can't spam it. But, you'll kind of figure that out, and then you'll kind of, collectively try and troll. So I'm working on it. There are an awful lot of sounds, Theo. A lot of people don't even realize words that trigger some of the sounds. So, yeah, mostly it's not an issue. See? So now we need a global cooldown for laugh. So let me just do that. Like Christmas. Lizard. All right, that's laugh taken care of. Any more? Lizard. Let's get the... Oh, Harrier Cat in spin class. Cue silly face. So you see what happens here, Theodore, is I put cooldowns on the commands, and then people go and use the redemptions, which also have cooldowns, but then it gives me time to evaluate if we need to increase the cooldowns on the commands. So the stream just bugged out. Did it? I didn't see anything. It's all fine here. I didn't start having bugs or anything. I mean, we do have one of my favorite emotes that we can gigantify. There you go. Stream's bugging out now. Chat has too much power. Yes, and that's what I'm reeling back in, Paxian. Spin like broke my stream. Spin class is actually one of the redemptions I want to pull. I'm not happy with how it turned out. But Berlin likes it and wants it to stay. So, since His Excellency is an ambassador, I have to do as I'm told. But yeah. Anyway, what I was saying about an hour and a half ago, Dukasoft. Maybe only up to 100 multi-ball, 100 max. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where multi-ball is, because it's been a while since I set that up. I feel like multi-ball is also going to need a cooldown. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where we put multi-ball. Let me have a look. Is it in effects, possibly? Yep, I think we're in effects. Here we go. I just got to find it now. Avatar screen fillers. There it is. TD avatars. All right. So now, if you multi-ball, should be 100 max. Is it capped at 100? Yes. All right. So now we have 100. I'm not sure because of how it's implemented if I can do a cooldown on that. Let's go back to the main display. Check it out. Connix, how are you? Connix, I keep meaning to join your stream, and I do follow you, and I do have notifications enabled, but you seem to stream like before I get out of bed. So I keep trying every time I see the notification to catch your stream, but I've been unable to so far. So let's get a shout out.
They start soloing, then just return.
So if you want more info on Connix, see the section panels.
For God's sake.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do soft. Let's see if we can actually do that. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, this is because the multi-ball is actually the only thing on my stream, I think, that's implemented an entirely different way. So I'm not sure this will work or not. But also, as the streamer, I am immune to cooldowns, so somebody else will have to try it. Dukasoft, if you want to try it a couple of times and see if that works. I don't think it will. I don't think the cooldown will work. Yeah, no, it doesn't. All right, let's go back to effects. TD, are you still here, TD? BRB. All right, thanks, Theodore. I can behave on that one since it can crash the stream. I mean, I think it's all set by a URL. And the URL does show timeout equals 10. So I'm guessing that might be a 10-second timeout. So let me just take a copy of that URL and then put it up here. And then see if it makes a difference. What did one wall say to the other wall? I'll meet you at the corner. Ha ha! All right. So yeah, this has a timeout setting in this URL. I'm guessing 10 is 10 seconds. So let's just try it as an example. But I'm pretty sure that Dukasoft, when you just spammed it, there wasn't 10 seconds between, right? Multi-max, multi-default. Yeah, if you just want to try a couple now and just see whether that works as far as a timeout goes, I don't think it will. Or a cooldown. Are we broken? No, we're not broken. We're just doing some testing. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to disable it for now. Let me change it back to 10 instead of 60 because obviously it wasn't the thing. Alrighty, so let me go back and delete a couple of those commands because the trying to do it the normal way for cooldowns doesn't actually work. I mean, what I can also do, I can obviously just set it to moderators, but that's It kind of takes the whole idea of it being the person's avatar then. Lurk dinner. All right, enjoy your dinner, Dukasoft. Thanks for everything today, basically. Yeah. So now we've driven everybody away, including the mods. Clip is me face palming. Doing good, no worries. Yeah, I stream a little earlier in the day. Yeah, I'm going to try and catch one, even if it's just to come in and say hi before I stream. But yeah, this morning was crazy town. So this morning I dropped Mrs. Gamey off at work, and then I had like 57 errands to run and things to do. So yeah, it was all a bit headless chicken mode this morning. My cat thinks the birds outside are in the house and he's losing his mind. Nice. And do the birds play on that? Do the birds like, oh, we know what glass is, so they come up and they're like pecking on the window just to wind the cat up. All right, well, if nothing else today, today's stream has been a good way to get a handle on trolling, I feel. See, and I was going to tell Dukasoft, if Dark Muppeteer is still here, I'll tell Dark Muppeteer, because I feel like Dark Muppeteer is more familiar with the issue than Dukasoft was. And there we go, right on cue. Dark Muppeteer, do you remember all the fun shenanigans last week with the calendar issues? Yeah, where it seemed like it was favouring the half and half, the iOS Droid, instead of iOS or Android. I fixed it, but I fixed something that really shouldn't have needed fixing. Harrier Cat remembers. So there should be automatic even weighting, so it should have randomly picked one of the three. For some reason it wasn't, so I had to go in and put some manual weighting in. So there's a 45% chance of it being iOS. There's a 45% chance of it being Android. There we go. And a 10% chance of it being iOS Droid. So it has been Android both times today. Yeah, you see? So now if I go back to the actions and look at calendar. Well, perhaps if you type the search into the right search box, let's try again. Calendar. So now if we do the choose. Ah, no. The elephant wasn't happy. See, now it chose Android a couple of times. It chooses iOS. Android again. So only 10% of the time, only 1 in 10 times on average, should it do the half and half. So, now the elephant is rigged. We see how it is. Haha, no. I'm definitely leaving the standard weighting on elephant. That is Fiddy. That's 50 Cent. Probably never said. Just take a breath for a moment and just see if things are a little bit calm. Oh, that was so close. I can't even see the elephant on my end. It sounds painful if you had an elephant on your end. By your end, do you mean your feet? Because you don't want an elephant standing on your feet. No redeem for me. How do you mean you don't see the elephant? Now Dark Muppeteer is going to be like, Feeling Blue's also rigged. That's what people do when they don't win. They're like, wow, it's rigged. And then when they do win, it's like, ha, yay, it's rigged in my favour. So yes, that was, believe it or not, the first thing on my list of things today we just got to after, what, an hour and 40 minutes. That's not bad, right? We're going to have a Steve dancing on my head today, or is he just going to fall down? Let's have a look. Can I catch you, Steve? Go on, jump. No. He is in fact squishing me. Huh? All right, so I just opened one of my out packages since upgrading to Windows 11, and it said that it's setting it up for Windows. So I don't know why it would do that. And all I was trying to do was open it. Okay, there we go. It opened. Okay, there we go. Couple of pointers. All right, so calendar fixed. PS2 update. The PS2 is still, in fact, very not working. I did go to our local game exchange, and as I suspected, they did have PS2s. And they did have... Why didn't the joke get announced? Anybody else hear the joke? I think today's just going to be technical issues. Yeah, so I went to Game Exchange and I said, do you have, perchance, a PS3 that's backward compatible? And he said, not the slur. Oh, I wonder, Theodore, it could be. Do you know what is wrong with your PS2? Yes and no. I know what the symptoms are. The symptoms are we have a red power light, which is normal for when it's in standby. When you press the power button, the light goes green for about half a second, quarter of a second, and then it goes red again and won't actually power on. So on the last stream, we did some digging, and Dark Muppeteer found a link that indicates that it's probably a fuse. So we looked around and we found a 50-cent fuse, but they wanted $7.50 shipping charges, and I wasn't paying that. So my options are to find a local electrical component supplier like Micro Center and see if I can source the fuse locally. Or the quicker option at the weekend was for me to go and see if I could source a replacement console. So I went to Game Exchange and I said, do you have a PS3 that's backward compatible? Because they're quite rare. And as such, they do command a premium. And he said, I have one in the back. Why it was in the back? I don't know, because all the other consoles they had were lined up at the front. So he brings it out and he said, the only thing is the hard drive cover is missing, but apart from that, it works fine. How much do we think it was for a backward compatible PS3? Okay, so a PS3 console that plays not only PS3 games, but PS2 games and PS1 games. Do we think it was $50? Was it $95? Or was it $1 million? It was, in fact, $385 plus tax. $385 plus tax. TD, I need a cooldown for multi-ball. I need your input since you kind of did the widgety stuff on it. So if you know how to create a cooldown, and I thought it might be the word timeout in the URL, but it isn't, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so Theodore was closest without going over, which, as everybody knows on The Price is Right, means that Theodore is, in fact, today's winner. Yeah. Tax is another 8.25% in Texas. Area cap. So we're going to get some hype up on in here for Theodore. Pretty much, yeah, thereabouts. So was I going to spend $400 on an old console? So I said, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So anyway, do you have any PS2s? And he said, we have 3. In fact, they're all the same price. They're all slimline PS2s. So the same model that I have here. So what are we thinking for a slimline PS2? Just a PS2. On eBay, they are about $60, PD. So I wasn't about to pay twice the price locally. Oh, wait, hang on. How much are they on eBay? No, that's probably about what they are on eBay. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're about 400, the ones that I've seen. 120, 200. Gotta say, I'm quite, unless I mentioned it earlier and I didn't realise, I'm quite impressed by Harrier Cat and Dark Muppeteer both coming in with the same amount and both being a penny over. The funny thing was, when he went to get them off the shelf, I thought he said $19.99. I'm like, they're $19.99. I should snap up all 3 of these. And then he put it down on the counter, and I'm looking at it, and I turned it over, and the price said $119.99. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go away and have a think about this, but thanks so much. He said double what it was in eBay and then said 60. Yeah, you see, I just need more coffee and less streaming today. I think yeah. I thought I might have given it away. I thought it was a bit close for someone getting exactly right. So, yeah. I thought my 2 predictions before I went out the door was that Game Exchange would be too expensive, which they were. And my other prediction was that the pawn shops would actually not have any. So, I also called it on that count as well. Now the joke lady's not doing the jokes. What is going on today? I'm not the only one not hearing jokes, right? You don't hear them too. All right, I think I see what the issue is. I haven't heard a joke so far. Yeah. So it's trying to use the Microsoft Eva mobile voice, and it's saying the voice is not found. That's the issue. Because originally I had the original Cortana voice doing the jokes. Desist Dawdling, how are you? AWS has server outages and it affects multiple services. Yes. I didn't actually think that might be the issue, Desist, because when I woke up, I saw all the news stories and they were all kind of 5-6 hours ago from when I woke up, and they said that they thought everything had recovered. So I didn't actually tie it into that, but it's entirely possible that could be what it is. Yeah, maybe the speech engine's down. Could cause issues for you. Yeah, maybe it's not as fixed as I thought it was. Thank you for that heads up. I heard it. No, you didn't, Harakat. I get the trolling earlier when you say you couldn't hear me or you couldn't hear certain things. Dr. Captain, sir, 11 days. How are you doing? Welcome in. Sad it stole both of my jokes. Bit Gaming owes me a joke. Bit Gaming does. I don't know who Bit Gaming is, but you should go and find their stream and tell them they owe you some jokes. Yeah, that Bit Gaming, he's a right one. I'll tell you what. Speaking of desist dawdling, I should get a cease and desist for Bit Gaming because it's a bit too close to my name. Okay, so let's have a look. Settings, speech engines. TTS Monster. I heard really bad things about Bit Gaming. I have too. That's why I'm considering a rebrand, because I don't want to be associated with Bit Gaming. We're just messing with you, Theodore. It's all good. Okay. Well, in that case, we should probably change then the voice that we're using for the jokes, at least for today. Should we have Morgan Freeman reading the jokes? Would that be funny? Or we could have Movie Guy. Let's have Movie Guy. See how that sounds. Let me disable Cortana one so we can re-enable it later. Duplicate the action, enable the action, and then change the voice to Movie Guy. Okay, we're not on cooldown, are we, for the jokes? Let's have a look. Of course we are. All right, let's see if we can... joke mark 1, joke mark 2, joke voice. Okay, so we said, what was it? Movie Guy. And then this one, also Movie Guy. Okay. Tell a joke. Test. Okay, so that shows it, but that doesn't do the voice part. Pause the music. Do that. Okay. All right, let me see. How are we doing with the cooldown? 18 seconds. All right, when it's cooled down, we'll try it again. See if it works. Hopefully it will. Otherwise, maybe just TTS is all balked today. Maybe TTS Monster is having issues as well. How are we doing? 2, 1. Sorry, Theodore. Not squishing my head at the moment. Yeah, we're not getting TTS today. We're going to put it down to... I heard there were a lot of internet issue today. All right, Steve, no need to shout, mate, okay? Keeping it on the down low today. Dude, Elephant, so rigged. Is it, though? Is it rigged, or are people just getting upset because they're not winning? Because it did squish me earlier, so it is winning. It is working. Just putting that out there, you know. It just sounds like sour grapes from people that aren't squishing me, to be honest, because it has worked today. We've seen it work. I'm working on some designs and was using cat. Steve, it's all good. It's fine, really. Just, you know, I know my place. If you just want to shout at me, it's fine. See, calendar switch back to iOS. It works. Okay. The weird thing was, actually, Movie Guy. Do we need to do a lookup? I bet that's what it is. Hang on. Voice aliases. Don't have. I know what it is. Oh, I know why I can't work around. I know why I can't work around it. Hang on. Oh, we need the TTS Monster voices, and Newsreader doesn't have the right one in there. What we need to do is, if we change it to Movie Guy, and then add, and then Newsreader instead of that. All right, hang on. Give me a moment. By hook or by crook, we're going to get these jokes today. I'll get them announced. Not Movie Guy, it needs to be Newsreader. Okay, and then this one, also Newsreader. And then this one, yeah, also Newsreader. Sneeze and beans. There we go. Taco cat beans. Bong. All right, we have jokes back for now. We don't have the Cortana voice. We have the movie guy. At least somebody is telling the jokes. There it is. All the jokes. Okay. So that's the latest on my PS2, as in there's not really much of an update. I tried to get replacement consoles. They cost too much. So, yeah, probably won't be doing that. I did actually find one. I did actually find one on Facebook Marketplace, and it showed just the console. Just a PS2 console. No controllers, no cables, nothing like that. Okay. Let me tell you how the conversation went. Okay. So what was listed was, in fact, it said computer monitor and a PS2 for sale, $40. Okay. I mean, it wasn't a big monitor. It wasn't a branded monitor. All it showed was the monitor with no cables and the PS2 Slimline, no cables, nothing at all. Didn't say it was working, didn't say it was tested, nothing. I said, hey, Sherry, because that's who was selling it. I thought it probably best to address her by her name. What's the cost for just the PS2? Okay, so remember, monitor plus PS2 equals $40. How much just for the PS2? How much do you think? What did she come back with? So $40 for the monitor and the PS2. How much just for the PS2? That would be hilarious. How do we know? Yeah. No. Theodore nailed it. How does that work? If you want the monitor and the PS2, it's $40. If you only want one of those things, then, yeah, it's the same price. Wait, what? I said, oh, I thought that was for both. Does it come with all the cables and any controllers? Have to ask my daughter when I get home. I'm still waiting. That was yesterday. Maybe she's been deployed or something. I don't know. But her daughter is either not home yet or they just don't want to sell it to me. One of those two things. She must have listed it wrong. 40 each, most likely. Yeah, you're probably right, Theodore. But either way, it's not very good customer service, is it? If someone's trying to buy something from you and ask you a question and you say, oh, I'll get back to you, and then you never do. That's great. I don't want to sell it to you because of your tricky questions. I know, right? I felt like she was going to turn around and go, do you see cables and controllers in the picture? Do you? No, ma'am. I do not. I apologize for my ridiculous questions before wanting to actually part with any money. I promise you that thing doesn't work. I mean, it seemed like a weird combination anyway. I know you can run a PS4 or a PS2 through a monitor. So, you know, but here's my point. If you're going to sell something, have the answers ready. Oh, I've got to ask my daughter when she gets home. Okay, all right. Ask her when she gets home then and get back to me. Don't just... I'm not constantly chasing you just so I can give you money. It's not how it works. Okay? Just letting you know. It sounds like her daughter found it in a closet somewhere and just wanted it gone. And if that's the case, fine. Just tell me, you know? Don't keep me hanging on. Or, you know, do like they do on eBay. And if it doesn't work, just say untested. instead of saying it doesn't work, because that way then people think they might be in with a chance of it working. But no. No. I mean, I do see other PlayStations on here. This person here, Sony PlayStation 2, Slim, PS2, Black. And they put those two words which will strike fear into the heart of any buyer. As is. As is. What does as is mean? Means the same as untested. Means it probably doesn't work. Yeah. Let's have a look. Video demo. Fast ship. This PS2 powers on and the config screen comes on, but the controller I have doesn't do anything. I'm not sure what the issue is. Sold as is for parts or repair. I mean, at least they're honest about it, right? I mean, it looks very, very old and very dusty and like that there is either very honest or very cleverly worded to make you think, well, hang on, it does power on, it does go to the browser and system configuration screen, and they're saying that their controller doesn't work on it. So maybe my controller I have, maybe it will work and everything will be fine. Plenty on Marketplace over here, £35. Thank you, Tubby. Thank you. I'll be right there to pick up that PAL console that probably might not work on my TV, but thank you. Thank you. That gives me all kind of warm fuzzies, Tubby, that in England, where I'm not currently but want to be, they have a lot of yeah. Also, Faceplace? What's Faceplace? Also, Marketplace is horrible. I mean, as an extension of Facebook, you can understand why it's horrible, but it's still horrible. It's got all these options and you never get what you search for. Let's have a look. We'll search for PS2 console, because we don't want it just to list people listing games and things. Okay. And then if we go into the filters, sort by, we want price, lowest first. See items. Okay. And it shows me Best Buy sponsored camera lenses, because obviously if I'm looking for PS2 used, I'm, top of my list as well to go along with it. People who bought this, obviously camera lenses. Beds. How does I don't think I'm going to dox myself here, and I think you'll probably be able to see. So the search term is PS2 console, and the first results are Best Buy camera lenses, and then beds. There you go. Someone says, as is, they best believe I am bringing cause to test it before I buy it. I have done it. And that's the thing, you see, with local items, which I guess is a plus for Marketplace, is if this woman said, oh, I spoke to my daughter, she said she hasn't got the cables or controller, so she doesn't know if it works. You can bet I'm taking all my cables and my controller over there to test it before I buy it. Yeah. Yeah, patiently waiting for ads to free me. I mean, if people are waiting for ads to come on so they get a break from this content, that makes sense. I can understand that. Yeah. So that's the PS2 update. Not much of an update, but an update nonetheless. Yeah. So Tubby, I bought another webcam because I need an intervention. Yeah. I have the OBSBot PVZ webcam I use as my main webcam. I have the bird cam over there, which points out the window to watch the bird feeder. I have the the webcam. Ah, thanks, Dukasoft. I have the webcam over here, which points downwards, which we used for the Lego builds and sign making and stuff during Celebration Week. I think I have at least one other webcam in a drawer somewhere. Thanks, Dukasoft. Appreciate the iOS calendar, and now you can lurk. So I bought this, and Tubby Crumbles is going to look at this and go, what in the world? How old is that thing? Is it even full HD? Is it 720p? Is it maybe 360p? Look how old it is. You know, granted, all valid comments. But, you know, it wasn't a king's ransom either. So there is that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to struggle for a minute and get the rubber band off, because you can't do much with the rubber band on it. And with the rubber band off, then has quite a long, surprisingly long actually for the age of the webcam, surprisingly long lead. But what do we think the price was? I'm going to put my finger over the price. So we have this. It's a Logitech. It's branded. It's a Logitech webcam. All right. And it turns, look, you can manually turn it. It's not a point, tilt, and zoom, but you can manually turn it where you want, so you can position it. It has a nice little bracket on the bottom, so you can attach it to things like your monitor. Okay, has this extra long lead with the PS2 USB connection on the end. Would anybody like to hazard a guess? Is anybody in fact still watching this glorious content today that is quite the mixed bag on Mix It Up Monday? I do believe I do have a spare USB port over here I can plug it into. Now, whether it'll work, whether it'll do anything, we're about to find out. Theodore, yay! I've still got one person watching. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to plug it in and I'm going to see if anything happens. If the stream ends and the PC shuts down, that's probably why it didn't cost a lot of money at Goodwill. But anyway, plugged in. I heard a bling bling from Windows. Explode. Please don't explode. Now, granted, it does look like a button on the back. Do I need to power this thing on? Anybody that's actually set up webcams before will know how fussy they can be in needing like a separate USB bus for everyone, which becomes a bit of a challenge trying to find additional buses that you can attach them to. And that may or may not be the issue with this one. Could be because I already have it plugged into a bus where there is already something plugged in, possibly. For real. Steve, look at this glorious piece of technology. Look, Logitech. So it was priced at $3.99 in Goodwill. Those Goodwill fans here will know Thank you, Dukesoft. I don't think that's kind of explosion that Dark Muppeteer was referring to. I was going to guess $5. You'd have been very close, Dr. Cam, sir. So $3.99 is what it was priced at. But those who know about Goodwill will know that every week they have a particular color. Each price ticket has a color on it. And if you go on a particular week in particular and you buy something that's the color of the week, then it's half the sticker price. So this was stickered at $3.99, which you probably won't be able to see. It'll probably be washed out, but $3.99 you might just be able to make out. I was going to guess $3.99 with color discount. Dark Muppeteer. It's like you're a mind reader or something. So it was color marked down. So I actually paid the princely sum of $2 for this little fella. But it doesn't seem like it's doing a lot. It made a bling bling. There's no light on it, but I don't know if there should be a light. There's a button on the back of it that I pressed but didn't seem to do anything. I mean, did I just throw $2 down the drain? Should I just not have got it? $1.98, surely, and don't call me Shirley. No, because $1.98 would have made it $3.96, wouldn't it? So yeah, I guess we could have a look. See, we're in Windows 11 now. Does Windows 11 even have a device manager like Windows 10? Oh, it does. Okay. Let's see if it's even identified it. Under cameras, maybe? Sausage! Yeah, so this button the button doesn't seem to do a lot. I do have some random, not very descriptive USB videos showing in Device Manager, but I don't know which one it is. So I can either go through all the settings or I can just disconnect it. There we go. Okay, USB video. So it's that one, capital USB. USB video device. The device is working properly. Driver details. It's using the standard USB video sys driver from Windows. Details, events. Okay, so it has installed it in the device manager. Does that mean we should be able to add it as a camera? For free? Check what devices show in something like Discord, maybe. Well, let's have a look. Let's try and add it as a camera in OBS. My hopes are not high. I do feel like I've got to find another bus to put this on, but let's have a look. So, video capture device. Okay, so we're going to call it video capture device, and it's going to be, I'm going to call it Logiball because it's Logitech and it's ball shaped. Okay, whoa, hello. Well, that's the normal camera, but we want this one here. So it shows up in the device list as USB video device. Holding the button down, pressing the button, doesn't do anything. Okay, deactivate, then reactivate. Oh wait, do I see something flash on it? Hang on. Deactivate. Activate. Yes, there is a green light on it. There's a green light just above the lens here that went flickery, which gives me some hope that if we plug it in somewhere different, we might in fact be successful. What about this USB hub over here? Can we plug it in there? Will that bring us any joy from working or not? Possibly. My goodness. Let's have a look. All right, deactivate. Activate. Oh, look! Look, party people! Whoa! Whoa! Look, look, look. It's working. Look at that. I mean, that does video cam does webcam quality get any better than that? I mean, look, maybe what picture in picture? Look down, maybe possibly down here, and then you can have like an aerial shot. Look, whoa! MTV videos. Let's do the thing. It's alive. That's better than the cam I had on the pets. See, everybody's jealous now of my $2 webcam. Yeah. You see how it is? I mean, I guess the picture quality of my OBSBot main web camera makes it look probably not so great, but you know what? It works. And also, the ring, not the burning ring of fire, but the ring around the lens rotates. Should we see if it focuses any better? Well, it's going more blurry. Look, there is that. Maybe. Possibly. We keep going. Oh, okay. And then it starts going blurry again. I think that's the best we're going to get, and it's based on how far the camera is. How far the webcam is from my face. Yeah. But it works. Hey, $2. Well, question mark, spent? To be fair, mine was free from a Salesforce training. Okay, so yours was a bit cheaper than mine, but, I think for $2, it's not a terrible investment, really, is it? The question is now, where do we put it just for giggles until we finish? Can't even really have it as a dog cam, can we? Because they're outside for a start. Maybe a candle cam. We can look in the candle. Maybe the lens will melt and then I'll cry because my $2 camera will be melted. Strawberry Sweetheart. M Fresh. No. Coeur Fresh. Okay. Alright. APOC, have you seen this fancy pants webcam that I got from Goodwill? Bob Gaming. Yes, I'm bobbing around a bit today. We can balance it on there. And then, yeah, what we should do, we'll just leave it there without context, and then people will come in and be like, why is there two images on there?
I see what you did there, Diggersoft. I do. Because, it's only going to put me in witness protection on the main webcam, and then you saw fit to try and expose me by having the other camera still pointing at Big Gamey's face, obviously, which is not mine, because I'm Vit Dramey, so, yeah. All Diggersoft nearly coming in with a prize-winning landing there, so close. Yeah, so thanks for that. So yeah, this is probably about the quality that it is, isn't it? This is probably about as clear as it gets on my $2 camera. So if anybody has any ideas what might be something fun to do with...
Oh, hello. Don't know what happened there. Yeah, if anybody has some ideas for what to do with a $2 not great quality camera, then let me know. As we can obviously we can enable it again. As far as being an additional burb cam, that's not really cutting it, is it? It's not the best. Yeah, we can't really see dogs because they're outside. So I mean, you can hear them, can't actually see them. So coffee mug cam. I mean, that would mean me putting my coffee cup in the same place all the time, which I don't necessarily do. Yeah, we could. And for now, kind of Lego build cam to show progress. I mean, we had that during the celebration week. I have my grapes cam. So we already have the Logitech C920 that I also got from Goodwill up there that we used for building. What we probably need to bear in mind is that also the quality is terrible. It's 720p at best. Yeah, it might even be less than 720. Let's have a look, see if we can find any details on this thing. Logitech Gray webcam. Maybe it's even too old for finding. See, I'm guessing that is a newer version of it. Yeah, it's on a different bracket, so that's definitely not the one. Not that one. This one, C200. That's the Jim fella, my lad. All right, so at least we know which model it is now. It is, in fact, a C200. There we go. Boxed on eBay for $766. I'm more interested in the specs rather than the prices. 1.3 megapixel photos. Whoa! Built-in microphone. Whoa! Everything you need to get started with video calling. Look at this bad boy. Take photos at up to 1.3 megapixels, software enhanced. A VGA sensor. What? Wow. Built-in microphone as well. Logitech Vid. Look, software for doing your own video calling. Sure, this was probably ahead of its time, right? Works with Windows XP or Vista or Windows 7. Wow. 6-foot USB cable. Impressive stuff, right? I can tell you're all like, wow, and that only cost you $2. Whoa. Video capture up to 640 by 480. What? That's insane. It's not even 720p, is it? 360p maybe. Yeah, no lizard cam. We don't have lizards. Well, we occasionally see geckos, but not enough to have a cam trained somewhere. 480, yeah. Wow, it's like making a call from an old phone with that round dial thingy. Just forgot there was a time when folks would admit Windows Vista existed. Yeah, I thought it had been obliterated from everywhere. I guess not. Yeah, so Windows 7 certified for Windows Vista. Windows Vista should have been certified. Yeah, so there it is. All right, so now we know what it's called. Now we can see, it's obviously horrendously expensive, and I managed to get it for the low price of $2, and we have it working on stream. So there we go. Okay. All right, let me run to the restroom, and I will BRB. Toilet Gamey back in the house. How you doing, Freshie? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great Friday. What is going on? I wish it was Friday. So here's a question. Why does the calendar say Friday? And after 2.5 hours, I've only just realised. Why does the calendar think it's Friday? Nobody noticed that. It's actually Monday the 20th, and yet the calendar... Yeah, but Dukasoft, the calendar has said Friday the 17th instead of Monday the 20th for the whole stream, and nobody thought, hang on a minute, we're trying to change it to be the Android one. They were so focused on not getting it to be the OS that they wanted that nobody actually saw that it was the wrong date. Ah, that is a bit crazy. It can't be another Windows 11 shenanigan, surely. Why does it not update it? What? Hang on. Let me test something. Could it be the right date? Possibly. No! And it's half and half. Hang on. Aye, aye, aye. Action history. Switch. Well, there's calendar there. Check variables after run. Day to day 20. It calculated it. Why didn't it set it? Actions. So we changed iOS Droid. It doesn't matter. I know you're an Apple fanboy, Dukesoft. I know you want to change it to iOS. I just need to find out why it's not updating the... That is so weird. So it's getting the correct date. It's setting the variable to the correct date. But because of how I've changed it, it's forgetting something. It's running switch calendar choose. It's definitely something in StreamerBot with how we're setting it up. Because it used to work fine when it was running like a sub-action and then another sub-action. But then I changed it. There's another link in the step, and it's that link where it's forgotten what the date is, which is not great for, you have one job, you're just a calendar. I might have to look at this off stream. Calendar choose. How we've changed it. Are we actually even setting? It has to be somewhere where we're setting. Hang on. Scroll down to calendar. It is a bit broken. You're not wrong. I need to scroll down in here and find the calendar bits and pieces. Here we go. Group calendar. Okay. So we need to set the text GDI for the day. I love coffee so much. I do too, but I just have a little dribble of cold coffee in my cup now. I'm on the Diet Coke, so. Okay. Do. Also, since I upgraded to Windows 11, it's like it comes with its own clipping tool now, and it's overriding the clipping tool I have from software that I have. So I need to have a look at that, find out why I have to do extra steps now, which is not so great. Okay. So let me have a quick look back. So we have a calendar action that we kick off with the redemption, and then it runs some code which does set up the variables correctly. I just think we're not actually setting those variables. We're not changing the text. So, which is weird because it worked previously. So if we go to GDI and set GDI text, everybody, Dark Muppeteer, so close as well. And I thought it was time as well where it was going to do that. But it didn't do that. I will say something. I will say that prior to upgrading, and I don't know if TD's still around, prior to upgrading to the new version of StreamerBot, the randomness did seem to be more random. It's almost like the automatic weightings are not really working properly. And I might have to go into every single redemption now that uses randomness and actually force the randomness myself, which is a bit ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. So what I need to know is, well, firstly, I need to know what I'm setting as the variables. Just clip this. We have day of week today, day of week short today. Let me go look back, because we need the 2 days, which is the date, but we also need the first 3 letters of the day. I go to action history and look at calendar, inspect variables after run. Okay, so we want day today and day of week short today. That's the 2 variables we need. So this should be a relatively simple case of just populating those sources in OBS, but I don't understand why they were populating fine before, but suddenly they've decided not to. So we're enabling and disabling there, choosing there. It's very, very weird that it ever worked. Unless we set it in the code, which I don't think we do. No, we don't. Okay, so if we just add, should be a case of just adding a couple of simple sub-actions here for GDI text. And the GDI text we need to change is in the main scene. Main display, and iOS, thanks for helping out, Ducasoft. Captain Crabs, how you doing? Welcome in. So icon, they don't change. So calendar date is one we need to change with the numbers. So calendar date, and we need to change calendar date to... Yeah, Captain Crabs is a DJ now, Ducasoft. Doesn't have any of those newfangled Clip and Rooney type things. None of those shenanigans. All right, so this is actually calendar date. So this is the number. So this is day today. Okay. That's 1. And then if we duplicate it and then get another one, and this one needs to update with Mon day of week short today. Day of week short today. All right, and what do we need to set as that one? Calendar day Android and calendar day iOS. Calendar day Android, and then duplicate it, and calendar day iOS. Okay. All right, now we're going to test it, and we're going to see if, in fact, it does work and does update the day. Which it should have been doing all along. It did. It updated it before we did the stuff, but yeah, updated it did. Alrighty, it is working. I feel like there's some moving around we need to do. When it brings up the glowing orb, I think I need to move that so that it comes up before it does the change. So we could, in fact, we need the orb crackle. We need to wait a second. Yeah. All right. I'll add it to my fix list. That needs to appear in calendar. Fix orb to appear in calendar sub action, not 3 separate sub actions. Alrighty. All right, I'll have to work on that. So what did I buy when I actually got 3 bargains? One I'm going to have to show you next time because I'm not sure where it is right now. But I got the $2 loveliness that is obviously this camera. We just got to decide what to do with it. I really don't know what the button does because I press the button. There's absolutely nothing on the back of it. Maybe that's the microphone. Maybe. All right, so I'm going to unplug that for now and then disable it in the scene. And then the calendar is now almost where we need it to be. Yeah, so I got 3 things. I got the $2 dash cam. I got some practically new Levi jeans for $7. That was nice. And the third thing I got was a Tetris shirt. Official merch, long-sleeved Tetris shirt. Yeah. So I will show you that next stream. I'm not sure when I'm going to wear it because it's long sleeves and we've still got like hot temperatures here at the moment. So not really long sleeve weather. So I may or may not wear it on tomorrow's stream. I'll have to see. You'll have to come back. Yay, Android, you fixed it. Yeah, yeah. What?
You should just learn whatever language is going to enable you to make the kind of thing that you want to make, because that's where you're going to have the most motivation to learn. Because, like, if you start by learning how to make a website and you don't...
Question is, can you ever really have too much tomato? And I think the answer is no. Welcome in, Too Much Tomato and Raiders. Thanks for popping over to my corner of the Twitcher sphere. I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible without being rude, because I myself was just about to raid out because I have a medical appointment to get to with Minigamey, and it's out of town, and it's like a 45-minute drive, and it's going to take us a while. So before that happens, though, welcome on in. Good to see you. Thank you for the raid. I feel like I have heard of Torso Tennis before. I don't know if I've been in a stream where you've like posted the link to it and I've seen it, but I've definitely seen it. Is it on the socials? I saw it. I don't know, but I've seen it somewhere. So what were you working on today? Too much? Good to see you. Amazing, maybe. No, you're amazing for bringing your peeps across here. Thank you so much for the lovely raid. So my name is Lee. Bit gamey. It says it on the hat. I usually work in the Unity game engine on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. But on Mondays we have silliness and shenanigans, and Harriocat is always so generous throwing gift subs out there. So thank you, Harriocat, for that gifty to Too Much, which is very generous. Thank you. Tyndall, welcome on in. Okay. It came out last month. We're planning to do a retrospective for Torso Tennis soon. All right. Well, throw whatever links you can into chat, please. Too Much, and we'll take a look at it and see what's going on. Thank you, Dukasoft. See, people are like, why do you have a dog and bark yourself? You see, you've got mods that can do an amazing job, and they like throw the stuff in to help you out. So here we go. Yes, I have seen this. This was the one I was thinking of. There's a lot of work gone into this, I can tell. Came out last month, September the 24th. I'll let you into a little secret, okay? September the 24th is actually my lovely wife's birthday. So she probably can't think of a better day to release it on. It's just very polished, isn't it? It's done very well. I can tell a lot of time was spent on this. From the sound effects, to the visual effects. It's very nice. So look, even though it has released, okay, it's just the low price of $4.99, you can still add to your wish list, okay, and not just, why didn't that work? Add to your wish list. Not just add it to your wish list, but also click on follow, and then you'll get to find out what else. Michael Marto, if that is in fact your real name, that is an amazing publisher name. Just going to put that out there. What else is being worked on? 1,000 hours were spent on it. You know, 1,000 is a lot of hours, but it smacks of a lot more than 1,000 hours being spent. That's how great it looks and sounds. That is really nice. Launching in 1 week. Endless Tennis update. The tennis roguelike I didn't know I needed from Shark Jesus. I mean, that's everything you need to know, right? Yeah. I did actually buy a Steam store page myself recently, and didn't quite realize how much was involved, not just in getting to the first point of, okay, here's what you've purchased, but also everything you have to put in on the back end. I mean, I've put games on asset stores before. I've put assets on asset stores before. Nowhere near the amount of stuff you have to put in as you do for a Steam store game. So I tip my hat to you. It's a fantastic looking and sounding game. I'm gonna have to check it out. So I'm snackish. Should I snack? You should always snack if you're snackish, Tyndall. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Snack with a cam. What should I do with a cam? How about a bird cam? I mean, I feel like we've already touched on that one, Harriocat. But welcome on in again. Too Much and Raiders. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I do have this appointment to get to, and I was on the verge of about to be raiding out. But if anybody thinks they might like to watch me developing Rescue Ball and working on the Steam store page and Unity projects in general, and some crazy shenanigan redemptions that we have here, then please, I don't like to beg for follows, but please drop me a follow, please. We just had our 1,000 follower celebration stream a couple of weeks ago. We're now heading for the mighty 2,000, which might only take another 4.5 years. Who knows? We'll see. Thanks for sharing, Torso Tennis. I'd follow a second time if I could. You raiding in is prize enough for me today. Thank you so much. Tyndall decided to unfollow and then follow me again. So thank you, Tyndall. I know we have anonymous follows on, but I feel like you were already following me. Possibly. 23 seconds. I hope it's been 23 seconds of pure and utter joy, Tyndall. Otherwise, I've failed. Okay, in my role as a streamer. Yeah, so if you're not already following too much, and I should be following already because I was aware of the game, but I'm not doing so. So I'm about to fix that right now. There we go. So if you're not already following, please drop a follow, and you too can watch games, fun games like this, being developed, marketed, all the good stuff, all the hats that the game developer has to wear on stream. Okay. 3 years, 3 months, 5 days, 2 hours. Ducasoft is 2 years, 11 months, 22 days, 23 hours, 34 minutes, 59 seconds. Wow, it really gets down into the weeds, doesn't it? And the old followage command. I never do that, never. No, I think I've seen you never do it in Balint's stream as well, possibly. Maybe, yeah. Less than 2 minutes. That's almost forever. Those seconds matter. Can you do a followage on your own stream? How long have I been following me? Oh, I'm not following me. Why would I want to be following me? Percent, follow user percent. What? Has been following for 7 years, 9 months, 12 days, 38 minutes, 16 seconds. What is going on? BitGamey is not following BitGamey. I guess you can't follow yourself, but it's a very weird message that comes up with the percent follow user percent. And then 7 years, 9 months? 7 years? What? Held a message for reason, smart detection. I don't know why that's an issue. I'm going to allow it. I don't know why that's a problem, but maybe because you're trying to use leet. Maybe there's some issue there. Maybe it thinks that you're trying to get around saying nasty words and words that might get modded by leeting. You see, now I've allowed it. It's okay. Yeah. Maybe if you put my name as like L33 or something instead of Lee, maybe it won't like that either. I don't know. That's just my guess. Isn't that your account lifespan? I think it is. Yeah, I think that's when I created my account on Steam. So you guys stream? I mean, I stream. I don't think I'm giving away any spoilers there by telling you that I stream. Tyndall streams. Freshy streams. Ducasoft keeps teasing us that he's going to be streaming again. He has streamed in the past. But yeah, all the streams, all the peeps. All right, well, I need to leave the house in like...
Quite literally 2 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and do we even have time to raid is the question.
Do we even have time to raid today? Let's have a quick look. Oh, Balint on doing his Frozen Zoo stream. Of course we've got time to raid. Let's raid out to Mr. Balint today. Quickly, we're going to head over to the stream ending scene. Don't miss your appointment. I'm trying not to too much. I'm going to get there. I'm convinced. Let's do the raid command.
Got it.
And that's a horrible TTS
What a
voice.
cool building too, right? So again, it
In fact, so we're going to see if we can change that next time. Possibly.
So it's very focusing on.
All right, but you've all been great, as always. Thank you, Dukasoft, for your sole modding duties today. I appreciate you. It's good to have you back from vacay. I hope you're fully refreshed. And Freshy, Harrier Cat, Dark Muppeteer, Dr. Captain Sir, too much for the raid. Thank you. It's appreciated. Tyndall, everybody that was here today. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Today was a bit crazy shenanigans with Mix It Up Monday, but we're back to normal, hopefully, normal level of craziness tomorrow when we get back to working in Unity on Rescue Ball again. So hopefully you'll join me then, 10 a.m. Central Time tomorrow. Same time, same place. But in the meantime, we're going to head on over. Stick around for some extra channel points. Heading over to Silent Streams. If you missed them when they scrolled up, there's your raid messages. First one is for subs. Second one is for non-subs if you want to spam the chat when we get there. And because it's an IRL stream, it does keep kind of losing some of the quality. But stick with it because it's worth it. And I'll catch up with you soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.